So do we just go to the intro immediately?
Yeah, it just goes right to it.
So this is new year, new me.
Yeah, because we could talk about it. We're going to be talking about drone deliveries.
Welcome to season 3 of the Explain Everything podcast. In the next 30 minutes, your two best friends are going to help you stay the smartest person in every room. If you haven't sent this to every contact in your phone by now, you're doomed to forget the passwords to your websites. Don't worry though, Tyler will let you use his. We've got new full episodes every Monday and little baby bonus episodes every Thursday. An all-new Explain Everything podcast starts right now. Looks like we made it.
That's a good intro.
You wrote it.
Did I? Yeah. I don't think I did.
You did.
I think you did it, and then I was just like, good.
No, you were like, hey, this is a good way to do an intro, Neil. Stop stinking the place up.
Stop.
So we
I'm walking in.
we're talking about drone deliveries. So that's how the intro goes.
Okay.
And we've got Thursdays, we got little 5-minute episodes, little baby bonus episodes,
Little baby bonies. We haven't recorded any yet. But I hear a good
we're
thing.
definitely going to.
Oh yeah. Well, one of them's already played by the time they hear this.
Yes.
So we recorded one, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
we wouldn't miss a day.
Yep.
Can we make it a joke that we're gonna do it? We never do it. You were like, we should start doing this. I'm like, Neil, we can't even get regular episodes out.
We haven't missed one.
Well,
This week at the Grand Ole Opry. Well,
Dolly Parton's in
you know,
the
I didn't
house.
know what that was until last week.
The Grand Ole Opry?
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. Somebody told me what it was. I'm like, I don't know what that is. And they're like, they're standing on a part of the stage that's from the water. It has nothing to do with drone deliveries. So will we ever have drone deliveries, Tyler?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you heard about it, but they're all over the news for a really long time. I've already bored Tyler. This is great. We got flying cars. We've been promised cities of the future, virtual reality, augmented reality. I thought Amazon was supposed to be delivering our packages. Why is this not happening by drones right now?
Seriously, I thought they were gonna have floating they took out a patent for floating warehouses. I'm talking Avengers Age of Ultron stuff. They took out a patent. And I'm like, oh, we're close. No, you're not close.
No, you're not close at all.
You ain't close at all, my guy.
You can't do it.
Can't do it.
So here's everything that you need to know. There are a couple of institutions that you need to know. Now this is a portion of the thing where you can put it on times 2 speak, because Neil did some stupid amount of notes on this.
Well,
I'm very into drones.
Yeah, you like the drones.
They're great.
And I bought a drone 8 months ago that I haven't ever started.
Said you like the drones. I like the drones. The drones are great.
It's like in an interview when you're trying to they're like, how do you feel about Google Drive? Oh, I love the Google Drive.
I love the Google Drive.
We do projects on the Drive. I had a teacher do that to me once. I'm looking at her like, you don't know what you're saying.
This is, yeah. You think this is actually driving. You think you're driving
you're
somewhere.
driving to Google things.
So FAA is the Federal Aviation
No, that's close. That's too close. That's too close. FAA.
Federal Aviation Administration. If you want to fly a drone commercially in the United States, you have to get something called
I'm not gonna do it again because it sounded
FAA. You're Part 107.
Yeah.
Your FAA Part 107 license. So this is a license you have to get if it's stringent regulations that prohibit you going over certain altitudes. So like the average hobbyist drone pilot is just going to go out there and dink and dunk around in their backyard.
Okay, first off, that's me. Stop saying dink and dunk it. That's so rude. Looking at me like, oh, I've got a little card so I can fly a drone. And I'm looking at me like, oh, you ain't even started your new drone you had for 8 months. Okay, stop it. Who's put a drone in the river? Sleeping with the fishes.
Many times me. Has anybody cut themselves with their drone?
Me, yeah, I did.
Yeah, me too.
I tried to grab it out of the air. It slashed my finger and then hit my face.
Yeah,
I almost cut my eyeball.
I remember that because we were
sliced it
filming
up.
that next day, and I'm like, Tyler, did you get in a fight? You're like, drone.
Punched the drone out of the air.
Yeah, well, I blame
look
the
like
fire.
Tom Holland from the Spider-Man. I said, punch your drones. It was, where's Jake Gyllenhaal? Mysterio. He's mysteriously, okay, you ready for the next line? Go ahead, sorry. Yep. You done with my accent? I don't even know what that.
I got like 19 pages of notes.
Yeah, let's read your notes. Let's go to your notes.
I feel like
do
it.
Let's go.
Is this a good time to do our segment?
Our pay sponsorship segment?
No, we got another segment. This is one of my favorite segments. It's a brand new segment. I'm going to pick one. I don't really know which one I'm going to do. All right, so I don't know which one I'm going to do. But Tyler is really good at accents, which is why we're going to do.
No one ever.
We're doing a new
accent.
section, and I'm just we'll just do this one. And
you're not allowed to call us racist. We're trying our best for whatever Neil picked.
We're trying. Actually, I'll do one that I know you could do. How about that?
Oh wow, that's hateful. Was it Southern?
I'll do this.
Southern accent? Wow.
No,
that's hateful.
So this is called 60 seconds of improv with accents.
We're
going to talk about drones. We're going to talk about drone pilots. We're going to talk about droning things, but we have to do it in an accent. Here it comes. This is our section.
This is 60 seconds of improv with accents. Hope you're ready for this.
Well, that's him.
Is that center? Oh. If you're a hobbyist,
you're gonna get a drone. It's gonna go into the water.
You got to get it.
You can't do it.
Claire.
We need more lift.
Where's Claire?
Who's Claire?
She's from Outlander.
She's my FAA pilot. What?
Yeah. She's from the future, but we don't talk about it after season 2.
Do they even have drones in the future? How could it possibly be?
I
thought
can I ride
my
it with my
deliveries.
kilt?
I sent for my haggis like 4 hours ago. And my drone hasn't brought it.
Where is it?
It's a bloody drone. We're in a co-work space right now. Where is my drone? Tyler, I'm starving over here.
I can't do that.
My horse meat is rotten.
I couldn't do it halfway through. I was laughing and I couldn't do an accent with my face stretched out.
So Tyler, I can't do accents when he's laughing.
I can't do accents when I'm not laughing either. I can't do accents, period.
Okay, this is an ongoing segment. I was very excited about that. Every time we're going to do a different place.
lightheaded.
Okay, that was good. That was really good. All right, so Amazon has basically been trying desperately. Why do we not have drone deliveries? They kept talking about it and it hasn't happened. So they had 5 bad crashes at their test site in Pendleton, Oregon. A drone lost a propeller trying to do a delivery. A motor shut off. The drone flipped upside down. And a drone hit a power line. Okay. That's only 4. We don't talk about the other one. The other one needed a mental health day. It was like, this is not, I can't do this. Okay. But back in 2013, Jeff Bezos, he made this big announcement. He's like, listen, we're going to get 30-minute drone deliveries. Now that was 2013.
That was almost a decade ago.
Yeah.
Wow. That didn't feel like a decade ago.
I remember the announcement. I was like, wow, this is great. But back then, like drones, you couldn't really even see what you were piloting. You just had to fly the drone and hope you're getting what you're getting. It had a GoPro on it. They were terrible. So the new reports are like, oh my gosh, we love it. People were ecstatic. They're like, hey, we're going to deliver food and medicine. It's not going to burn any fossil fuels, no traffic. Why? We've got to be talking about like a frat boy. What? I don't know.
No, well, you left out the most important reason that Bezos wants to do drones.
Why?
Is because he doesn't have to use people. Because everyone hates working at Amazon.
That is it. Yes.
Okay.
That is it. So before Amazon ever had its first drone, there were other companies. Zipline was okay. Let me say this.
Okay, I'm not going to stop you.
Before Amazon delivered on their promise to do it, other companies have started doing it since then. So Zipline is delivering medicine in Rwanda. It's crazy. They're drones. Some of them are like planes. They start on this like massive slingshot. It's like a giant rubber band. It's like something you would do in your backyard, and they slingshot this thing out, and then it flies.
From where?
From like
in Rwanda?
Yeah, in Rwanda.
Oh, I didn't know if we're flying it to Rwanda.
No, from here. Okay, that's a long range.
I didn't know, Neil. That's why
Can you imagine the rubber band on that thing?
That's why I was like, this is really intriguing.
Skydrop flew a Domino's pizza straight to a customer. It did it one time. So
I guess it didn't go well.
Yay for that.
It's like they sent a pizza and it ended up being a calzone when they got there. Fold up.
Boom. And then Google's Project Wing airdropped burritos to hungry college kids. Like all of these companies have done it, but Amazon hasn't done what they said. So DHL said, we're going to do it. UPS said, we're going to do it. FedEx said, we're going to do it. They have to keep saying, we're going to do it. I mean, everybody tried to jump on board. Investors, eccentric billionaires tried to do it. Drone deliveries were believed to put DoorDash out of business. Like it was all of this. You remember that? We're like, this is, everybody started freaking out because they're our jobs. We're going to unionize.
Our job. That's from South Park. I don't know why.
So the last mile of any delivery still accounts for 40% of the total delivery cost of your stuff. because think about it. You have to get there. The directions are more than, and then you get there, you have to pull over, your car's parked, it's costing you money and all that kind of stuff. So 2019 company.
This is so good. Keep going now.
I lost Tyler at the title when I said, will we ever have drone deliveries? Tyler's like, no, we won't. Let's move on. And I said, no, my haggis. So in 2019, a company previewed a redesign of Prime Air delivery drones. In 2020, Amazon announced they have FAA approval. In 2021, Amazon fired almost their entire UK staff that was supposed to be doing this. So they tried to test this in the UK in 2016, like extensively. In case you were wondering, that I didn't hit a sound effects tab right there. That was Tyler leaning into the microphone and yawning.
I was leaning away
Oh
from
my
it.
gosh.
I'm sorry, I'm lightheaded.
So
I need something to eat. This is good. Where they deliver me some food, Domino's.
Oh my gosh. Can we get a coffee in here?
Get a coffee. Sorry, I hate myself.
So it's all right.
What's the max range of a drone? It's up to 6 miles, right?
Yeah.
What's the problem with Boston? Winters are too harsh to do it. What about New York? It's probably too much restricted airspace. Casey Neistat, I got sued for that. Washington, D.C., what do you think about it? There's probably too many government buildings because they could be bombs.
Yeah.
And what about Pittsburgh? Nobody wants to go there.
Too hilly of a Oh, gosh. Okay. So what they did is they used Phoenix as a test market in the United States.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because why?
Clear skies. Full hearts can't lose.
Nothing but clear skies.
That's good.
So it has a city of 5 million people. They have year-round stable climate. The government was like, hey, the state government, it was very forward-thinking. They're like, hey, let's get Chris Paul. They're very...
The basketball player. Yeah, I got it.
I tried to bring Tyler back into the conversation.
You did. You got me. He's got 2 first
Tyler
names.
perked up, and then I lost him again when he knew that it didn't. It was not.
I'm kidding. I'm excited. I love this, Neil. This is really interesting.
Okay, the problem is you have to say, all right, there's portions of the city this can't happen in. So in the center of most major cities are what?
They're dangerous.
It's airports.
Oh, that's the same.
FAA restrictions, you cannot fly one of these around the airports. They also restrict drone operation around military bases. So there's 2 massive areas that they can't do it in Phoenix. You can't go near government buildings, so they had to loop off other parts of downtown. Can't go near large stadiums, can't do that. Can't go near universities. So they've now got a small portion of it. It has to be able to fly.
Why can't they go near universities?
You're not allowed to fly over universities.
Why?
Because they consider it a very highly populated area and large gatherings in dense spaces. If
So
you
if
were
it
to do
like
this in
falls, it'll hit somebody.
yeah, but or like let's say it causes a wreck, or it falls and hits a power line that blows up a transformer, that hits a nuclear reactor, that
That's mousetrap. What you just described.
It is, yes. So the drone has to take off, fly to the location, drop the package off, and fly back to its takeoff location. So you limit how far this thing can
Why'd
go.
you give me that? I feel like everybody thought like they would know that.
Well, there are a lot of people.
This is how a drone works. You takes off
You need to
from
get
a
the drone
spot,
back.
from a location. And then with drone deliveries, what it's going to do is going to deliver it, and then it's got to fly back to a location.
Mm-hmm.
Why? We're saying that at minute 8. Where are we at? 13?
13.
Like, and then we're going to, this is how drones work. Like, why did you say that?
Well, because
It's in the notes?
it isn't. I guess this is why. Yes, it is
You're just
why.
like, all right, guys. So, what a drone is? Drone is like a little flying, little mini plane, little mini helicopter. It goes like that.
All right.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah,
Question.
yeah.
Like deliveries. What are those? I don't know why I'm being so hateful right now.
Hey, what are packages?
I'm sorry.
What is a package?
I'm literally.
What is 8 ounces?
So you can order stuff, things you can order
how
online.
heavy do you think 8
Chapstick.
ounces is?
Missing Lego
Is this
pieces.
8 ounces?
A shirt.
Hey, you know what weighs more than 8 ounces? The notes for this episode weighs more than 8 ounces.
And it's a digital file.
So there's only 180,000 possible people that could receive a drone delivery in Phoenix.
Because of all these restrictions.
Yes.
Out of how many?
Out of 5 million.
Dang.
So that's a really tiny portion of the market share. All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how's that going to work, Neil? Maybe you just drop it from higher. We'll go above the planes. Drop
Okay.
it with the parachutes.
Man.
And just hope for the best.
So Hope that parachute opens. Did you see that guy, the video that went around a couple weeks ago, the guy who was in a parachute, it got all tangled up and he was fighting to get his reserve parachute out? I mean, like seconds before he hit the ground, the second one came out. He had a GoPro.
That sounds terrifying.
Time. Oh my gosh. I watched that like 30 times.
Like, here's what would
I'd do it right before I go into meetings to get myself amped.
You know what would be the dangerous part for me?
What?
If I'm falling, okay, I'm like, got my GoPro, put it on, then I jump out, and then I'm falling, and it's like the parachute's messing up.
Yeah.
And then I've got to quickly get rid of it and then get the other one out. I would be in danger even more because I'd at some point check to make sure my GoPro's still going. I was like, I gotta catch this on film. This is gonna make great content.
Precious seconds, but you don't make sure it's still rolling.
You gotta record it. Because what if I forgot to hit record?
That'd be a bummer.
That'd be a bummer.
All right. Well, so all these drones.
Because he's rich now. Because he got the views, Neil.
He did.
He got them views.
Hopefully, he has his affiliate link set up.
Yeah, you gotta have an affiliate link for reserve parachutes for sure. Because I don't think I buy a parachute from that cat.
No, I don't think he's a parachute manufacturer.
Yeah.
He's a parachutist.
Okay. Sorry, you was misleading the way.
Listen, do I need to explain how parachutes work?
So when you put a parachute on and you jump out, it's like Ryan Gosling and Gray Man.
Parachute.
Did you watch that?
Yes.
Can we talk about? I loved it.
I liked it.
Really
They're making
loved
a second one.
They're making it a cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Because it's based off of books.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't read.
Let's explain books to people.
So
some books.
We'll not tell about a quarter of the way through. Then we'll explain that you open a book and you look at it, and there's supposed to be some things that make sense to you.
And then you look at one word, and then you go to the
back.
right, and you look at the next word.
Wow.
And you keep doing that. How many times you need to do it?
So you're done.
How long is that?
Words
book?
and sentences.
Words. There it is.
I wrote that book.
There it is.
It's not very good.
So these are autonomous. These drones are not flown by a person. So because they're autonomous, it has to figure out what's a pool, what's dry ground, what is a pet in the yard. And it has to, they're what's considered the last mile solution. Okay. Dropping the payload with a parachute is the most difficult portion of this thing. It's not like it just comes to the ground, releases the thing, and then takes back off. It's too expensive and too much battery and power to do that. So they have to drop it with a parachute. So Uber Eats tried to land drones on top of Uber Eats cars, and then they would deliver the food the rest of the way. Does that sound smart?
Yes. Because I want to watch. I mean, they could make this like a 24-hour show. You can watch.
So, yeah, I would watch this. So basically what they have to do, they're like, hey, do we lower this thing to the ground? Yards are the best for it. They can't do it in a...
Wait, so yards are better than pools?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yards are better than pools.
Oh, sick.
But it won't work.
What about roofs?
So apartment buildings, they can't do it. They can't do it on a roof. How can you get to the roof? You're only going to the roof in the zombie apocalypse anyways. But you get up there, hey, all my deliveries are up here.
Remember
all my food's up here.
The book World War Z. They told you,
Yes.
this is how you do it.
Yeah.
You don't panic. You get to an elevated area, you get on a car, and then you start chipping them away.
Man, I like that movie.
The
And
movie or
book.
the show?
And
Book.
the book.
The book.
The book is great.
Are they making a sequel?
No, not that I know of. I don't know.
Yeah.
So they realized, okay, drones won't work for anything besides single family homes. With this in mind, you start crossing off the cities because they can't do it in apartment buildings. They can't do it in like heavily.
You don't think they could just make like a landing pad? Like, here's the delivery pad.
No. Because what you want the drone delivery for is in your yard. You want it to come to you. You don't want to have to leave to go to anything else.
What if they had like a funnel, like a top of funnel that came up, and then it was like a trash chute, but going up into the sky, and they drop it in and it falls inside the
It's
building.
like a Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's it? What's it? Turns it.
Hop on pop. So you're saying like a giant funnel, and then there's tubes that come out to each individual house.
Or no, into the apartments. And then there's an apartment area.
Okay. I like these solutions. You're coming up with some better ones than most of these other people have done.
Just trying to help out.
All right. So then they started crossing off all the cities in the U.S. that won't work. So the push from Amazon, they're like, hey, we want to get more flights. We want to get more orders. We want to push limits. They can't be done in aviation. They can't push it. Not very many people get killed from an Amazon delivery truck that we know of. We just haven't found the bodies.
No, they beep really
But they're
loud.
in New Jersey.
Wow.
They're in New Jersey.
Yeah.
But a drone falls on somebody's head in the backyard because they're waiting for their toothpaste to get delivered. That's a problem. That is going to be a problem. So drones were catching fire during a landing. That's a problem. Crashes happen so often that they were expecting it. They're like, hey, listen, this is our 5th drone launch today. We're going to have a crash. Sorry, people. It's like, it's just really, really bad.
Wow.
So only 23% of the population in the U.S. said that they would pay extra for same-day delivery. That's same-day delivery. Only 2% of the population in the U.S. said they'd pay more for a drone delivery. So is it really worth it to do this for 2%? So Amazon determined that, hey, if they were going to do this, they're going to have to, there can't be any charge. That was the only way they could say this is worth it. Like this is a premium thing or whatever, like it's extra. They learned that people don't care about how the package gets to them. The majority of people said that if the package is damaged in drone delivery, they'll never do it again. So like they started polling all these people and it's just not worth it. Wow. So food delivery apps took over. It's tripled in size since COVID. $150 billion sector globally because speed matters. Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats. The competition is really fierce. There's zero FAA compliance required. It's just delivering food. So it's like everybody's attention went away from drone deliveries to food deliveries.
But they say that, so with drones, the best place to deliver them is a yard. Where's the best place to deliver? Do they need to go to the driveway? Do you think that's the best place to deliver food?
For what?
If they do like food deliveries?
Maybe.
Did you clarify that?
No, I didn't.
So you didn't say like, oh, pull into the backyard or go drive into the pool.
Oh, you're saying...
So like, what's the best place to hand them? Should it be the front door?
Front door.
Or like a window? You just pop up and you're like, here's your pizza.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 If like you're in there, you're in a meeting, and just like crank open your window. Why do windows crank open?
I don't know why you would just crank.
What is it? What, like, a library?
Would it be the best place? Like, okay, is the front door the best place to deliver the Uber? Or should like, hey, go up to the top, get on the roof, and then chimneys, what's the song from Mary Poppins where he's sweeping the chimney?
Sing it.
Sing it. Yeah.
Chimney,
Chim-chimaroo, yeah.
I thought you were saying chimneys with my dad being Santa Claus.
That's even better. I wish
that's where you were going.
Wish I was smart enough to have done that. I am a constant letdown to you and my father. I'm sorry.
So semi-autonomous delivery vehicles, which is like sidewalk wandering robots. They can drive on sidewalks only. You've seen that. I've seen that. They're in universities. They're in some large areas, but they cannot get approval in most major cities to ever get on the road. So semi-autonomous delivery vehicles, San Francisco just banned them. If any city was ever going to allow it, it would have been San Francisco.
Can I tell you what I think is going to be the closest we ever get to this?
Yes.
Self-driving cars.
Yeah.
Like just when you had, like what we just described, that little thing, make that a Tesla.
Yeah.
And then you toss it in and it drives without a driver to the location.
Yeah.
And then there's hundreds of them driving around.
Let's do that.
Just make them smaller Teslas, little Tesla Mini.
Look. Tesla's making those trucks.
Should we do our paid sponsorship right now?
Yes.
Yeah, we got to do our paid sponsorship. We
forgot we have a really big section here.
Yeah, we get paid a lot of money to do this, Neil. Let's not forget about advertisers.
Sorry about it.
Welcome to Paid Promotions. We're definitely not paid to promote portion of the podcast.
So thank you guys so much for joining us on this podcast today. We would like to give a special shout out, a little small shout out to our sponsor, Tesla Mini.
Thanks, Tesla Minis.
So Tesla Minis, if you want to buy a little bit of stock.
Is it Tesla Minis?
Tesla Mini.
Plural?
Minis. Yeah,
okay,
two. You got them in pairs. You got to buy them in pairs.
Okay.
It's a one Tesla broken into two. Okay. So we don't want halfsies.
Yeah, thank you, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, Tesla,
for this podcast.
For sponsoring. Elon, personally, thank you, Elon.
Thank you.
I know that we're living in a simulation, according to you.
He just bought the Manchester United, and now he made Tesla Minis.
Did he really?
No, it's a tweet that
he bought a little bit of them. Tesla Mini.
Tesla Mini.
A mini amount.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, thank you though. Seriously.
Thanks, Elon.
Because of your support, listener support by you, Tesla Minis, we're able to do this podcast.
I miss your Musk. That's from Anchorman. Elon Musk, you get it?
I got it.
Okay. It was like a joke, but less funny.
No, it was really good.
No, I hate myself.
It was really good.
I hate myself.
It's great. So the only other thing that is working like this, that is doing like deliveries, is hotels have started to implement those little tiny robots that go to your room. Have you seen those?
No.
They're in New York. They're definitely in San Francisco.
They go to your room?
Yeah. So what it is like higher end hotels. You want a hot towel. You want food delivery. You want toothpaste or whatever. It's a little tiny robot that comes right to your door. And like ding dong, it's got like it's like a little digital like smiley face kind of thing on it. And it's got a door that opens up and it comes into your room, opens it up for you. If you need to give the hotel office something or whatever back, and it drives around the hotel and takes deliveries to people. Like that's the closest thing that we've got to any kind of a real completely autonomous delivery, because they know exactly where the room is. They don't have to worry about, guests or whatever. I've seen videos of like guests like freaking out and they see them in like, okay, maybe an inebriated guest comes back from a night out in the town, and they're walking down the hall and they see one of these little tiny robots on wheels like going by them, and they freak out and they think that they're in like a sci-fi movie or something like that. But I've seen some people get really scared by these things, but this is like it's almost like a perfect environment. You know where the rooms are, you know where the doors are. I don't have to go really far into it. I lost you.
What'd you say?
I lost you.
Sorry. Can you start over? What was that? Start at the beginning.
I saw a tear form on Tyler's eye.
Flying cars,
and then
sees the future,
down.
virtual reality and augmented reality. You know.
So
what were we saying?
The problem with all of this is the drone deliveries are not going to happen for a very, very long time. There are too many restrictions, too many regulations. And what happened is the whole thing got caught up in what is called a hype cycle, which we can now explain to you because I did a stupid amount of research. That's where a media picks up an idea and pitch expectations. They start talking about this thing. And now if everybody feels like pressure to do it, well, public memory fades, public disappointment grows, news media forgets about it, productivity takes too long, something else starts to work that isn't as hype worthy, and then you're back again.
So it's like Brangelina.
Exactly.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
So question, do you think this will ever, like even in like 20 years, do you think it'll ever take off? Or do you think, I think before this, sounds like from all the things in the way, before this works, I think that we'll get to the point where it's like everybody has like a 3D printer in their house and it just makes whatever you need.
Yeah.
I know for food, it's probably a little different, but like you can go in and
but sci-fi movies
even then though, they're going to have something where it's like a container with a bunch of like liquids and stuff and it just builds your food for you.
Yes. That's what in all these sci-fi movies, that's what they have. All these different elements and they're like,
why would I have them make it somewhere else and then send it to me? Like, I just feel like we're getting to the point where it just makes it.
Yeah. So you're saying that it will be easier to have the things that we want just made faster from scratch.
Because what do you order from Amazon? Oh, I want a shirt. Cool. Why isn't there a thing that can just, a 3D printer gets to the point where it can build a cloth shirt?
My shirt's scratchy. Why? Because it's 3D printed.
I would hope it'd be better. You don't look like a Lego. Yeah. Oh, is that Chris Pratt?
I 3D printed a stain onto my shirt. Oh, man. A Lego.
Ed Hardy.
That's good.
Thanks, man.
Ed Hardy.
Well, I just tossed that in. That Lego was better. Let's remember me. Okay. Not like this.
Yeah, so it's not going to happen for a very long time. I think you're going to have what you said. It's going to be cars. It's going to be delivery, things like that. But that's why, like, I like going to these Amazon depots where you can go pick them up at a like a Home Depot. They have those. Like, you know, we went to the store of the future in Seattle. You and I did, where you don't have to pay for anything.
I remember that. I do remember that because I messed up.
Thanks, coming back.
I tried to leave and they were like, "You got us the entrance or something." I was like, "Well, this is not as fun." If you correct
there's
me,
rules.
Oh, so you're still here? Couldn't you just check me out?
Yeah.
Not check me out, but check me out.
Hey, check me out.
Seriously, I think it's going to get to the point where whenever they change the law for self-driving cars and they allow it without a human behind the wheel, like our Tesla will drive us to work. We get out on our phone, we hit a button that turns it into a taxi service, and you can choose that it taxis people or taxis goods and not services, the goods. and then it
plumber. It brings a plumber to your house.
It'll drive up to Domino's, and Domino's walks out, sets the pizza in.
Yes.
And then that takes it to the house, and then the person, because why would you like, oh, I don't want to walk to my driveway. I need to get it at my door. Like, no, I walk to the driveway anyways.
Driveways are great.
Because I don't know what my wife orders. So people pull in my driveway and I tell the kids, go in the house just in case it's dangerous. And I go out and I go, can I help you?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, I'm bringing your packages. I'm like, oh yeah, my wife just orders things and never tells me jack. But I'm the one with communication issues.
This took a turn. This definitely.
It's okay. We're safe. Amanda's not ever heard this. Yeah. So I was talking to Amanda because I'm talking to a company about them like paying us to do some stuff for sports cards because I've got all those sports and I'm posting 3 to 4 videos a day with my sports card stuff. And last night Amanda goes, so if you guys like, because the kids are in it and their kids are being invited to some of this stuff.
Yeah.
So if you and the kids start like getting paid for this stuff and like going places, she goes, does that mean I've got to like watch some of them to know what you do? Because I've never seen one. She's never seen one.
Never.
I don't think so. I think because I see her whenever I'm trying to talk to her and she just ignores me and gets on Instagram. I see her. She doesn't even like it. Like she swipes through it. Might as well have been like an obligatory high school friend that she can't unfollow.
Yeah. She's like, oh, dang it.
And I always tell her every time she goes up to not just Amanda, any human, if they're scrolling and they scroll past one of my videos, I go, you gonna hit that like button?
Yeah, like it?
And I'll reach over and I get that like.
Yeah. That's what a like.
Well,
sounds
is this
like.
what we end season 3 on episode 2 because I ruined it?
This is good. This is hey, our end result is we're probably not going to get drone deliveries, and I think within the next 30 years,
I forgot
we're not going to get them. We're not going to get them, but we're more likely to get what you said.
Yeah.
An autonomous vehicle that you put things in and it drives around.
Because I think people would be okay. The convenience, the price, all that, as long as it's, they want it fast. Well, actually, I guess only 23% want it that day. But if I have to walk into the car and pick it up,
right?
Like the door will open automatically. It'll scan my face or whatever, or fill my phone.
Chick-fil-A. Remember, Chick-fil-A is working on autonomous delivery vehicles for just Chick-fil-A.
I did not know that.
So it's like
Teslas.
Okay.
Are they using Teslas?
I don't know what they're using. Hopefully they are. Cool. Man, what a way to go. Hey, I got to ride in Dr. Hertz. He has a Plaid.
What? Okay, so what's the difference between a Plaid one and a regular one?
It's 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds.
See, I did a Sport and it's 0 to 60 in 3 seconds.
The difference between 3 seconds and 1.9,
it's like 1.1-ish.
It hurts. It physically hurt. It hurt me, and I wanted to continue being hurt. It was, and his name is Dr. Hurt. It was unreal.
Yeah.
We started driving around. He's like, I could punch it. It freaked me out.
That's amazing.
The steering wheel is different in a Plaid.
It's that one. It's like
it doesn't have like an actual.
It's not a circle.
No.
Not a circle, like a round. Looks like 2 trapezoids stuck together.
Hey, do you think that the drone delivery business could get any better?
The question on everyone's mind: will it rock? The answer is probably yes.
Bro.
Yeah.
I just realized, and you didn't tell me.
What?
Last episode, we did a Will It Rock, and I gave a pitch for 3v3. Did we do the Will It Rock song, and then I did 3v3?
We did.
Are you going to edit that?
Well, no, I'm going to leave that in.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you was like, which one should we do? And I go, Will It Rock, of course. And then I gave you the 3v3 pitch.
That's hilarious.
Oh, my gosh.
All right. Well, Will It Rock? Is there any way that you can't lift him up? You can't. You're not going to be able to.
I mean,
how many drones do you think it takes to lift the rock up?
Well, it depends. Is Kevin Hart flying the drones? Kevin Hart's the pilot. I think you're looking at. I mean, how many drones flew Casey Neistat?
You were just counting. No, it was one giant drone. It had blades. It had 8 blades on it.
So are you talking those? I mean, if we're doing those drones, you need at least 4 to get him.
Easily.
Oh, yeah.
That was like an octo,
he's solid, like a rock. Sponsorship.
Truck. Sponsorship?
No, we don't have time.
No, we don't have time for it. I think 4 of those drones could pick him up.
Yeah.
But not on a cheat day.
Not on cheat day.
Because pancakes are heavy.
So is the weight of a measurable talent.
Slow. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Did you see that?
Yeah, quality film.
It was really good.
Yeah, quality film.
I liked it.
It's probably one of the best he's done. Oh, yeah. Playing himself. He did a good job.
Yeah, playing a version of himself. He did
playing a version of himself? That was him.
Well, here's where I kind of
talking about
like,
Nicolas Cage.
You want to tell you where I thought he was acting? Not when he was being self-centered or like rude or like all about himself. I felt like he was acting when he was caring about his family.
At the very end, the last
like
scene.
when he actually had to care about his daughter, I was like, oh, this feels like acting now.
I think he was acting then.
Yeah.
The rest of it, no, it was just him.
Because didn't he marry like Lisa Marie Presley or something? Didn't they get married?
Sure.
Because I remember a story when I was in high school that there was a news or there was a magazine that said he finally got the Elvis collectible he wanted. Because he was an Elvis fan.
No.
He married his daughter.
That was really good.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Well, I think we did it. That's,
Did we deliver?
There's only one way to find out.
Drones.
Did we?
See, I had to bring it back because you didn't care.
That's smart. All right. Hey, I'm going to play the right outro this time.
Okay, sick.
Here it is.
Thank y'all for coming to your TED Talk. Stay sweet.
Bye.
That's called a pump fake.
Thanks for listening to Tyler and Neil Explain Everything. Officially your 4th favorite podcast. New episodes every Monday and little baby bonus episodes every Thursday. Send this to everybody in your contact list if you don't want Tyler to update all your passwords. Looks like you made it.